What's up, you beautiful people? It's Harrison here. Today I'm going to be talking about the narcissistic abusive cycle, or honestly the abusive cycle, because this really applies to all kinds of abuse in a very strange way, and it took me way too long to notice this because it's a very insidious sort of cycle that lures you in and normalizes a certain genre, manner of abusive, sadistic, cruel behavior to the point where you start thinking that you're being the sensitive one or the crazy one for having negative feelings about the way you're being treated, which I'll go into later. But at its most basic level, the abusive cycle can be split into three separate parts: the idealization phase, the devaluation phase, and the discarding phase. The idealization phase, just like it sounds, they idealize you to the degree that you begin thinking that this new person is the best person you've ever met, the best thing that ever happened to you, the greatest friend you ever knew, the best coworker you've ever had. Sorry guys, it's super windy outside, if you didn't notice. But this is what they use to lure you in and groom you, technically. This is what they do before they start slipping in the insidious, mean remarks, the belittling, and the devaluation, which brings us to our second stage. The second stage of the abusive cycle is the devaluation stage. This is the stage when they really start berating you. They really start knocking down your self-esteem little by little so that you believe that you deserve every single ounce of mistreatment that they provide you. And this is when you will notice yourself start to grow a little cold, a little bit on edge, a little paranoid, maybe a little bit depressed, because you start questioning your own self-worth to a terrifying degree, honestly. You will start questioning your self-worth, you start questioning your own sanity. You will believe that you are inflicting every single ounce of this pain onto yourself. And honestly, sometimes you kind of will, because the thing is, they will devalue you to such a cruel and sadistic degree that you'll learn to start taking that pain out on yourself, whether it be through self-sabotage, poor relationships, substance abuse, self-harm, physical self-harm. Either way, you will convince yourself that you deserve this pain that you are feeling. And that's honestly the worst part about it. That's honestly what really makes it so cruel and insanity-inducing. Because once they've inflicted the pain on you, you will be in a downward spiral, sort of, like a cyclical downward spiral, technically, because they will say something to hurt you, or they will do something to hurt you. And then, furthermore, you will continue to convince yourself that you deserve that pain more. And so you will start to sabotage your own life and make you look even more like the crazy one and make them look even better. Which is honestly really the worst part about it. Finally, there is the discarding stage. This is after they have driven you to absolute insanity, depression, suicide, whatever it is. You are no longer a proper form of supply for them. You are no longer a proper form of supply for them. Let me repeat that. Because abusive people do not see people as people. They see them as ways to satisfy their own sick and sadistic desires. That's why I use the term supply, and why so many other people educated in the realm of narcissistic abuse use this term supply. Because, yeah, they really don't see people as humans with emotions. They just see them as people to drain. And once you are drained, and once you sort of become like a shell of the person you once were, you are no longer useful to them. You no longer possess that sense of self-worth, that authenticity, that empathy that they once valued so much in you. And this is when they will just cut you off entirely out of nowhere. They will say, I'm not your friend anymore, we're breaking up, you're fired. If it's a boss of yours, they'll just cut you off. Because once you buy into this, once you buy into the abuse, like, they will feign a relationship with you, whether it be parental, platonic, romantic, until you actually start seeing them for who they are, which is abusive assholes, for a lack of a better word. Pardon my French. But yeah, once you start seeing them for who they are, once you start seeing them for the abusive assholes that they are, this is when you are just suddenly useless to them. And this friendship, or, you know, fatherhood, or, you know, boss coworker relationship that you tried so desperately to, you know, foster, it's just gone out of nowhere. And that is very jarring to any mentally healthy person. And this is really just the end of it all. This is when it all comes crumbling down, and it's honestly a pretty terrifying moment. It's a moment that requires a lot of self-reflection and deep thinking, because you will need to take time and awareness in order to regain the sanity that was so cruelly and sadistically taken from you. I know this is a bit of a different video than what you guys expect to see on my channel, but this has kind of been what I've been dealing with recently. So I figured it's a relevant topic that I think that many of y'all can relate to and hopefully learn something from, because I'm still learning from it myself. It's taking me a long time and a lot of rethinking of my reality in order to get over and heal from. So I hope to help you guys in your own healing endeavors, and I hope to inspire you throughout your healing endeavors. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.